it's Jaybird, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own DIY fall room decor. Each of these DIYs are super inexpensive and only require a few steps and supplies. I'm super excited for this year's Halloween, and make sure to expect more Halloween and October themed videos as well. So yeah, that's all I had to say, and without further ado, let's get into the video. The first DIY is this really cute tree-style jewelry holder. To start off, you are going to need a fake bouquet of flowers. I got mine from Dollar Tree. Be sure to cut off all of the flowers. We will need them later. Next, use the branch part of the flower bouquet and glue it to the center of a jar lid. Be sure to layer the glue on the base of the tree. This will make sure that it stays put. Move the branches of the tree until it is to your liking. In order to make this DIY look more put together, I decided to add one coat of acrylic black paint. This next DIY is a fall-themed wall-hanging organizer. Using a piece of foam board in a jar, I carefully marked out where I wanted and cut a rectangle shape out. Next, I glued on a piece of scrapbook paper to give it a more rustic look. Trim off the excess poster board and paper. Next is the pen and pencil holder of the organizer. For this step, I just hot glued leaves all over the jar, making sure that they overlap so that you cannot see into the jar. I left a little space on the back of the jar, and with that, I glued that section onto the poster board. Next, using one of the fake flowers from earlier, I put it under the jar in order to act as a shelf. This will ultimately support the jar and will make it look a little bit better. Next are the clips that will be used to hold various notes and paper. I took 3 small clips and glued fake leaves onto the front of them. Next, I glued each individual leaf clip onto the poster board. The thing I like most about this DIY is the fact that it's like a bunch of mini DIYs wrapped into one. Lastly, I secured some twine on the back. For the leaf heart, you are going to need some paper, some fake leaves, some scissors, and a hot glue gun. Fold one of your pieces of paper in half. Make sure to draw a heart design on it and cut it out. This will be used as a stencil. Hot glue the leaves all over the heart until the heart is completely filled. All that's left now is to glue the heart to a piece of paper and frame it, and you are done. You now have a super inexpensive 3D wall art for the fall. For the final 2 DIYs, you are going to need fabric, some skewers, some scissors, and a fabric marker. Instead of using the fabric marker, I found it easier to use scrapbook letters as an alternative. I'm going to start by cutting off the sharp ends of the skewer. Cut out your fabric in a triangular shape similar to the way I have shown here. Next, glue the skewer and roll it up at the top of the triangle. Because I suck at cutting and I wanted to give it more of a spooky look, I fringed the edges with a pair of scissors. I used Pinterest as a reference to find some Halloween and fall puns. I then used scrapbooking letters to make up my quotes. You could paint on the letters, but I just found that this was a lot easier. Make sure to glue each individual letter so that they're all secure. I tied ribbon on both ends so that the sign can hang off the wall. This was super simple and one of my favorites. I decided to make another one instead with black fabric and green letters. Watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like to follow any of my social media, they'll be right here, or they will be linked down below. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I can fly.